how much risk was in that system. Repackaged and re-leveraged again and again and again and again and again and again, again and again and again, again and again, repackaged and re-leveraged again and again, again and again and again, again and again.
That's a scam!
Welcome once again. I've lost count of the episodes. It should be somewhere around 170, 180. I have no clue. But welcome back. I hope everything is fine. I hope you haven't gotten shaken out during this bear market, because the bull is approaching. The canary in the coal mine is singing loudly. Meme coins are pumping like crazy. You know the drill. You know how it works early on the bull runs. We get the dog coins, we get the frog coins, we get the meme coins. All these nonsensical things happen. I know lots of you love them, but any regular viewer here knows that I don't usually touch meme coins. We played a little bit with cow during the previous bull run, and we lost quite a lot of money with the depeg of Cash, the stablecoin in Solana, that hybrid USDC USDT bridged asset that they had created. What a failure. And in general it's not my cup of tea. I know there is money to be made. I know lots of you are playing with Pepe, with Guac, with King, with a bunch of meme coins, Solana meme coins that are actually pumping the last couple of days in the ecosystem. But again, guys, these things have really nothing to offer. There is no fundamentals, just Ponzinomics. And to be honest, there is no great way of creating a meme coin in Solana. The way SPL tokens work kind of tie the developers' hands when it comes to Ponzinomic. For example, ERC20 coins and their cousins, like from any compatible network, you can kind of code things within the coin itself is a smart contract. Its issuance is based on a smart contract. It's not like in Solana where you just mint coins in a very safe environment using just the command line. It's different, and once you issue the coin in Ethereum, usually you have two different choices of having it upgradable, non-upgradable, etc. But remember, kinda. That's what you need to do. Remember what was going on with the children's casino in Binance Chain, with the high slippage coins that would tax the sales. You cannot code taxation of sales and redistribution of a portion of the sales to the holders. There's no such thing. It's not possible to do it in Solana, or at least nobody has done it, or at least I'm not educated enough in order to see how this can happen. So I'm not very bullish on the Solana meme coins. On the other hand, I'm very bullish on dApps that actually work, on the teams that are actually winning hackathons, on the beautiful developers that we get to meet through Dean's List. And this show today, like the previous one, it's kind of an ode to Dean's List and the work that Dean's List is doing, the awesome projects that we get to interact with, the awesome teams that come to our accelerator, to our calls, that we review their pitch decks, we review their dApps, we'll get alpha versions that the public doesn't get. So it's pretty awesome, and lately the show has transformed into my experience. My experiences working with Dean's List, and since we got the hackathon grant and all the projects that are winning hackathons in Solana are going to be part of our accelerator and part of our process, we are very lucky to find ourselves so close, in such close proximity to so smart people. At the same time, there is money to be made. Every review that qualifies for the final review report will get paid. We had about 26 reviews submitted on the previous episode. That's amazing. We're gonna continue exactly on that theme. This is not financial advice in any way. Like the only financial advice here is that there is money to be made in Web3 by contribution and work instead of speculation and risk. I see friends online. I see Vajrus. I see Beat. I see Delpinoman. Welcome. I'm really glad I have you all here. Enough with my silly face. Let's go to the main desktop because we're going to be talking about Renaissance. It's the app that won third place on the DAO and network track. This is a way to empower creators, NFT creators, and help the distribution of royalties and generally help with incentives in the NFT world. This comes to be extremely related to what Magic Eden did at some point, where it stopped enforcing royalty distribution to creators, which kind of made everybody wake up to and understood, like the general public understood that royalties are not hard-coded in the smart contract, meaning that there is no decentralized, trustless way of distributing the royalties. This is on the courtesy of the marketplace, on the courtesy of those transacting, and there is nothing that can actually make any marketplace distribute those transactions. They can keep them. They can add them as a discount to the price. Why wouldn't you? Like, the lowest price is going to win. That's the most. Those are assumptions that make our world work. That markets are efficient, that people are going to choose the lowest price. Like, there is no world that we can hope that the end buyer is going to care about royalties. At least they're never going to care that much about royalties, at least as much as getting a lower price on whatever they're buying. So once people understood that, the whole narrative in Solana changed. The narrative of liberating creators and making sure that they are compensated, it just instantly died. From one night to the other. It was eye-opening. It was pretty awesome. Before we get into the review, today is only one application. We're gonna only check Renaissance, and we're gonna meet again within the week to do the second one. So I've promised we're gonna be doing 2 DApp reviews per week, at least. Some weeks are gonna have more, some weeks are gonna have less. The idea is to do all 35 in the end, and most probably we're gonna have another hackathon in the meantime, which is gonna renew the dApps that we'll need to review. Couple of disclaimers. Nothing we review here is financial advice. I'm not paid to sugarcoat things. I'm not paid in general. I'll be speaking my mind. If I don't like something, I will not like something, and I will make sure to mention it. If something is ridiculous or doesn't make sense, I'll point it out. And if something I like, I will definitely like it. And if something gives, like, if I have a thought on something, you'll hear it out. But it doesn't mean that if I like the app, you should go buy its coin, you should go buy equity, you should start campaigning about it. No. It doesn't mean anything, and I'm usually dumb, and I usually, I'm a great counter trade signal. Before we start, another thing that, many disclaimers, lots of small talk before we start the getting our hands dirty and reviewing the application. I told you that I would be diving into Sui. I did actually buy Sui. I didn't buy 100% of the investment I was hoping to. The price action kind of prevented me. I did not fat finger any early buys, so I checked the price. I waited to see where it's going to stabilize. I sniped some low orders, and the thing, of course, continuously dumped on me. I've lost about 20% of my capital, but I've committed about 65% of the initial capital that I set aside for the Sui investment. I am still bullish. I am still hopeful. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna hear some noise coming from the Sui ecosystem the moment things start to launch. Wallets, dApps, NFT mints, marketplaces, staking pools. All these things are soon going to be live. They're coming live every day. And sooner or later, we'll be adding some Sui content into this stream. But till then, It's Solana all the way. So let's go see what's happening with Renaissance, empowering NFT creators with easy royalty incentives. Third place in the DAO and network track in Grizzlython. And let's start with the pitch deck. So, for disclaimers, most of these projects are extremely early in their development stages. In many cases, we don't even have an alpha version for their DApp. There's nothing. So we will work with whatever we have, because every team starts from somewhere. Most of these guys are smart people that have already won their hackathons. They've already won some capital, and they are taking their next steps in order to expand this and raise money and create a company that will actually change the world. At least that's the dream every time. So don't be demotivated. This is early looks at the new things. I'm pretty sure most of these dApps will look very differently when it comes to launch versions. So let's check their pitch deck. Renaissance. So Renaissance is enlightenment in French. The Renaissance. That's the enlightenment. And I can see the connection with the art world, making like great arts, sculptures, and all these impressive European cities and towns with beautiful architecture. Most of these things were built and created and conceived in the Renaissance. So yeah, this is a dApp for Backpack, which we will interact. We will add the dApp to our Backpack and see how this works. So submit the form to get your collection whitelisted. Okay. It's the Renaissance Royalty Redemption. Redeem your royalties. Your project might reward you. Pause. This is a weird kind of feedback. There are too many words that start with R in this sentence. This is the weirdest thing I've actually said for a very long time. Like, it has too many R's. Maybe drop a few R starting words. I think it might sound ridiculous. This is what my brain said. It's Renaissance. Royalty redemption. Redeem your royalties. Your project might reward you. Is it me only? Is it too many R's? I know it's completely relevant with the dApp, but you start with too many R's. I'm sorry for being such an idiot. So top redemptions, you have a leaderboard. Gamifying these things is the most important aspect. Is otherwise people just lose interest. Creators are losing over 70% of royalty revenue. So you see the percentage in royalties as that's in percentage of sales with royalty payments. So about 80 to 100% had royalty enforcements, which actually Magic Eden was distributed. And then we had a launch of a marketplace that actually discounted royalties and gave end buyers a lower price. And this is why we see this graph dropping, and we see that about 25 to 30% of sales were actually distributing royalties. And this was a huge blow and a huge change in the narrative of NFTs. So we see clearly a drop. Creator and community incentives are misaligned. The NFT holders have no incentives to pay royalties. True. NFT buyers, holders don't pay royalties. Creators miss the tools to easily integrate different incentives into their ecosystem. Miss the tools to easily integrate different incentives. Let's see, because I can't imagine. Incentivizing royalty payments, unlocking a new user segment. Renaissance, streamlining royalty incentives and redemption. I guess during the presentation you're explaining these things. Incentivizing royalty payments, unlocking a new user segment. How? Streamlining royalty incentives and redemption. Okay, let's see how. XNFT and dApp. Easy redemption of royalties directly from Backpack Wallet on our website. Featured collections, collection pages, stats and analytics, and leaderboard. Okay. Integrations and APIs. APIs for creators to track and facilitate royalty redemptions in every tech stack. Okay. I think this is the most impressive sentence so far. Integrate. 2-click process to redeem unpaid royalties. Redeem unpaid royalties. Royalty gating. Discord integration. Snapshot tools. Amazing tools, all of them. So 2-click process to redeem unpaid royalties. So this is what this is going to. Your wallet is going to inform you on which NFTs you haven't paid any royalties, and then it will give you the opportunity or the choice to pay those royalties. Royalty gating, meaning that if you haven't paid your royalties on the NFTs you're holding, you're not going to be getting the full features that you would be getting if you had paid them. Discord integration, so all these royalty checking and gating is going to happen on Discord as well, not only in websites. And then you get the snapshot tools, which you're going to be able to see which holders that are holding your NFT and the subset of those holders that are holding your NFT and have paid the fees, the royalties. Incentivize. Exclusive content, exclusive parties, access to early deals, other perks and features which we couldn't really think of, and airdrops. It's all nice. Coming from Grape and the Grape team and the Grape Discord bot and all these things, it's clear that it really depends on what's behind the gate. The gate is valuable only if it's gating something which is insanely interesting. If it's an extra channel on Discord that nobody really talks, or it has the initial 6 highs and then nothing else, then it's not important. So the exclusive content is the most important aspect for actually making gates work. What I really like is royalty gating and the snapshot tools and the redemption of unpaid royalties. The rest is great. It has been done before, and it really depends on the quality of the content behind the gate. Okay, let's go forward. Cumulative Lily. So this is an example with the custom redemption website for the Lily NFTs that kind of got many royalties after that, after they applied this service. Applying for a Solana Foundation grant. So this is what the team did most probably. With the development of our platform, we can drive greater adoption of NFTs within the Solana ecosystem. Milestone: the release of Renaissance web version, open source, very nice. SDKs with UI components for easy integration, great. Expansion of our community through outreach and education incentives. Potential expansion into other creator tools. Let's see. I really like the vague milestones. I really like that they don't lock themselves into some kind of timeline that is very hard to meet. Priorities change, and what's important changes as the ecosystem is evolving. So better not promise things that might be obsolete by the time you start building them. The road to adoption. Aligning incentives between holders and creators should become second nature throughout the entire Solana ecosystem. Partnerships with marketplaces, aggregators, infrastructure providers, developer-friendly APIs to increase composability. Expanding into other community management tools. I really like that the approach is developer friendly, providing SDKs, APIs, making it open source. It's it really helps with the general development of the space. And meet the team. Look at this. It's NYK Nick. Nick is an OG Graper. Nick is an OG viewer of this stream. Like. Good to see Nick here. I see culture and I see QWERTY. I don't know the gentleman, but I know Nick. Good stuff. Great length of the pitch deck. That's not too long. It's not too short. Let's go to the backpack app. So you go to the xnft.gg, you go to the app library, and you'll see that there is a Renaissance app. This is an application that connects to your backpack wallet. So all you need to do is have your backpack wallet. So this is my backpack. I hope you can see it. Yes, you can see it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to download the app. So let's download. It's free. We click here, and it should ask us to actually approve the transaction. So let's approve it. And it is approved with an on-chain transaction. And theoretically, now on our Backpack wallet, in the apps, we should see Renaissance. Here we are. Let's go. So you see the collections here. Submit the form to get your collection whitelisted. You click here. Nothing happens. Okay? Immediately, this is something we can submit as feedback. Like, I will not comment on the pitch deck. I will not comment on the pitch deck. What I would only add is maybe a more comprehensive video. Maybe more comprehensive, but this is not something that I'm going to write. But here, as we start and we click on our DApp and we look at the things, it says submit the form. I clicked in order to check the form. I need to check the form to see what kind of form it is. Can I whitelist my collection, the DeansList collection, the DAO's collection? If I could, I would. I click there, but nothing happens. So this is something they need to know. And what we're doing is bug report. The form, the collection whitelist form on the DApp does not work. And let's make a screenshot here. And I will add the file and submit. So that's one. That's the idea here. So this is the idea. This is what DeansList does. You check the apps, you go around, and you provide feedback. And if the feedback is good and it actually makes it to the final report, you get paid. So let's continue. Lily. So I click and let's see. Filtering and fetching your NFTs. Your Lily NFTs. So here it should tell me that I have nothing. And it's going to tell me how many of the NFTs I've purchased I've paid royalties for. Nothing seems to be loading though. And I have NFTs. Oh. Alright. So what happens is it scans your NFTs, it scans the whole collection, it says that this guy here, the owner of this NFT, has never sold it. Which means he minted the NFT and has never visited, has never gone to a marketplace. I think this requires, maybe it requires a little bit more explanation on how this is presented, because your Lily NFTs, does someone have like 8 pages of Lily NFTs? And this is considered diamond hands. This fields should be all Lily NFTs, not your Lily NFTs, unless we're talking about a super whale that has like, how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, has 80 lilies. Does this person have 80 lilies? What a whale. What a whale. So I have 2 sharks. Is it going to see my sharks? No. It doesn't show. I have 2 sharkies. Not sure why they're not seen. I'm pretty sure that this is an issue from Backpack. Nothing to do with Renaissance. So it says that on lilies I've done this. While on primates, here I have 2 primates. I got 2 of those. Nothing. It's not scanning my stuff. It's early enough. NFTs. Fetching and filtering your NFTs. Let's see. Taki Sol, bro. Yeah, man. I don't sell my NFTs. I buy them, I marry them, and then I never sell them. So any NFTs I buy, it's money spent. It's not an investment. Did you sell them? How much did you sell them for? Like 2 sol. How much did you buy them? 8 sol for? What? I don't have all these lilies. These are not my NFTs. Lilies, keys, and unpaid royalties only. Oh, I've paid royalties on everything. Okay, I guess this doesn't work. So, ranking. Top collections. Top redemptions, top collections. Okay, so again, this is on an early part of the tool. It doesn't really work. it's going to be very important, of course, to connect this. And here I am. I will take a screenshot. And I will submit again another my SPL address. Let me save this. Let me add an arrow here. Discord ID, Wales friend, categories. This is a feature request and I'm giving it for Renaissance. And the feedback is make sure to add Twitter handles and links and the profile for every user. I want to be able to click on the leaderboard, or if I am on the leaderboard, I want to be able to other people to visit my profile, see my NFT collection, see how much money I've paid on fees. So make sure to connect the leaderboards with the Bonfida naming service and Twitter handle database. Make sure that the names populating the leaderboards are clickable and you other users can visit their profiles to view their achievements and badges. So that's the idea here. The idea is to make sure to connect it with something. Like I want to be able, if I'm working on my name to appear on a leaderboard, I want people to see why I'm there, why I'm actually, what I've done, how much. Let's see, e.g. how many Solana has a user paid in royalties. So this is my feature request. I will submit it and we will continue. Satori, there's a DJ called Satori. So name none, short names, short none. Clainors I don't have. So it doesn't really work yet, from what I understand. The tool doesn't work, but the tool is smart. It's required. It's important to understand for creators to understand who's paying the royalties, if there is any margin to actually make any money out of selling NFTs, or like the efficient markets are going to just overwrite the royalties and offer it as a discount. I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards the efficient market hypothesis, which will kind of naturally crown a king, which is going to be the cheapest and most discounted JPEG market in the market. Market on market. You see why I don't write any of those papers? If there were too many R's in their first sentence, then there are too many markets in mind. But I will submit it. I will submit it because I think it's a fun thing to submit. And let's go. Let's go. So this. So let's take this. R. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words, and your is very R-like. So your. So I will save this and I will submit it as a sorry. It's not gonna qualify. I'm not gonna make any, like, this is obviously not a serious feedback unless it hits their ears as well. You know, sometimes you don't notice it until someone points it out, and after someone points it out, then it's impossible not to notice it. It's one of those illusions where, you know, you see a picture that's a face of a dog, but if you look at it if you blur your eyes and look at it again, then it's a face of a girl or something like that, something stupid. And then after you see it, you cannot unsee it. Same case here. That's why I am going to actually submit it. Categories, this is pitch deck. Feedback. So the first sentence of the pitch deck has too many words starting with the letter R. It's a bit aggressive or even piratey. I think it's important to everything to have a good flow. So too many R's, not a good flow. Now, is this going to be qualifying? I highly doubt it. If it does, though, I'll be making some dollaros. So, Renaissance. Authority. Here is the authority. I'm looking at the information that is displayed on the DApp library of the XNFT library. So every application has an authority, has a publisher, has a mint, and has a metadata account. It has its Twitter, a supply indication. So for apps, there is no supply. And was updated last time on March 31st. So it's been quite some time since they actually updated it. And this is the metadata, I have no clue. And these are the reviews. Can we leave a review? Builders, Monkey, very polished XNFT kudos, very nice to use, convenient, great UI, recommend for everyone to download and try this. The infrastructure really intuitive, the operation is all very smooth. Nice. Hi. I like... No. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. Love the app. Let's see if this is a solution to the royalties issues. I will put 5 stars because why not? And submit. Where's my review? Whale. Oh, hello, Whale. So the leaderboard we discussed. Top collections. It works, but the rest is really, really early. My NFTs is not really working, and we're gonna definitely come back to check this as it progresses. But I think until I don't think there's much I can do more. I should read their documentation a little bit. So let's go. So it's built by these guys, by builders. Elevate your Web3 presence with our expertise. Lily, Liberty Square. These are all NFTs. Who are these guys? Who are these guys that are building this? So did these builders a team that already exists and they created a project called Renaissance to compete for the hackathon? It feels like that. About us, let's see. We're builders, a Web3 design and development agency specializing in Solana-based projects. We offer a variety of services projects. Third prize download goes to Renaissance, a seamless royalty solution for NFT communities. Our values, our team. Builders. But then it's the same guys, Nick, Culture, QWERTY, and Nirko. But if I go to the pitch deck, there's no mention about builders. And is Lotus from the same team? Is Builders, Lotus, and Renaissance the same people? Four people on the team, the classic four. So yeah, So if I go to Lily's, how do you write this? You know, guys, do you know if it's the same people, Lily NFTs? Yeah, let's discover, guys. Let's discover. This is fun. About our team. No. The website is awesome, by the way. So, a little bit of feedback on this one. Renaissance, SPL address. Again, and again. Feedback categories other or pitch deck or other. Pitch deck. Other. Nah, I don't know. There is a clear connection between builders and I would suggest addressing the connection and between the project. Make sure to answer all your readers' questions before they even ask. I will provide the links. So this is the link. I will not provide the other link. It's obvious. So as you saw, I submitted 5 feedback reports. None of them are extremely interesting. None of them are very smart. One of it is a bit childish and kind of humorous. I'm pretty sure there are much better people commenting and giving feedback from this list, from the team. I'm pretty sure most of you, the viewers, can do a better job than me. So there is money to be made. There's USDC, no speculation, no nothing. You can just review a couple of dApps. Make sure you submit them using. Let me share the thing. Let me share the thing. Forms. Oh. Send. Here. Shorten. Copy. I'm sharing it in Discord. Sorry, no, in Twitch. So if you want to submit some feedback, you go through this form. And I'm noticing that Mr. Pertz has made something. Mr. Pertz has made something. Shall we watch it? Shall we watch it before we close? I think he has done a very good job, but yeah, we're already past 1 hour. We did about 40 minutes of feedback giving. We worked with whatever we had to work. We commented and thought out loud. Submitted a couple of reports, and maybe we make some dollaros. If you have any questions, make sure to reach out on Twitter or on Discord or jump on a DAO call. Send me a message on the comments of the video. I'll help you out. I'll show you the ropes on how to get into the DAO and start making some USDC. if someone asks you though, make sure to tell them that hey, I watched Whale's Tales and he got me into Web3, and now my life has changed and I've achieved financial freedom because of Whale's Friend. Before we end, we'll be doing these sessions frequently. Every week we said 2 Solana dApps, we'll review them. We'll occasionally be looking back and seeing what the teams have been building throughout the time that it took us to finish the list. Most of these guys will have worked, and they'll have applications way closer to their live versions. So stay tuned, and yeah, maybe we'll discover some gold veins, some amazing developer team. In the meantime, let's check Alex's Pert's work. He's an awesome member, and in Dean's List, he's an awesome citizen. He's an awesome NFT theory crafter. He's very successful, and he's working on some review, I see, for the user portal for the Dean's List members. So soon all the feedback and all the governance and everything related to the DAO and the tasks that have monetary incentives attached, all of them will be visible, and you'll be able to interact with all the various user interactions, like feedback submission, voting, and participation in some opinion polls, some comments and shit, all through the user portal. Maybe I added way too many features and it's not gonna be like that, but because I have no clue, let's watch Alex Pertz explain it to us. Shout out to my biggest supporter, shout out to Alex, who's been like the best Web3 NFT friend. To me, he's a friend, a dear friend, since I know him for the 15 years now. But for everybody else, he's an awesome source of alpha. So let's watch him.
Hello everyone, this is Alex Pertz from Dean's List DAO, and I'm here today with a new video in order to show you a really new cool tool we're building with Dean's List DAO, which is the feedback dashboard. The mastermind behind it is Ezzy, a notable member, big fan, I love him, and yeah, I'm going to provide a background info on how we currently work and where we want to take it with this dashboard. What is this feedback dashboard about? What can we do with it? Actually, it will upgrade all the processes around giving feedback, and it will increase tremendously the quality of our feedback sessions, and it will help in documentation, it will help to extract metrics, to get the numbers we want to see, like how each member performs, many things. So let's not lose time, let's quickly see what this is all about. Let's go. Here we are, guys, once again. Now you can see my desktop picture, the Dean's List Discord. And how we're gonna do this? I'm going to show you our dashboard here. This is the UI, as you can see here. Yes, I'm announcing it officially here. You're the first to hear it only here on this channel. And I'm going also to compare it to our current work. This is where we want to take it, and this is how we currently work. This is important because this is actually the philosophy of how you upgrade the operations, and this is actually feedback. The feedback service is one of the main services we provide. So when our members come and join our DAO, they need to actually have a structure in order to work properly, to work efficiently. Like, why we don't want to make our members' life difficult, we want to make it easier. So how are we going to do that? When we start to have a lot of load of work on our feedback sessions, and a lot of members actually participate, which is the case with our DAO, then suddenly you start to see that this kind of model here needs to be upgraded, needs to go to the next level for many reasons, not only for, like, okay, it's of course it's the members, like someone wants to join our network DAO and work with us and get paid in USDC. The better tools we provide to them, the better the work will be and the better the value for the DAO. This is important. But also, what other problems they solve? Let's see here. We have Underdog protocol, a great protocol about APIs and doing their own stuff. What is important here? As you can see here, everyone is providing their feedback on the feedback focus. They find here the search for the project, and then they go here on and they start posting the feedback. Screenshots, feedback, raw. That's it. Taki Soul appears. Alex Pertz appears. Me. George Kura appears, and then suddenly I appear again. Okay. Okay, this is easy to manage when the load of work is not high, but here we have a problem. Here we have a problem because after that, after gathering all the feedback, we need to document it and provide a well-designed document, let's say, to the project. So we need to be careful with repetitions. We need to be careful that what someone is right is actually resembles and is correct. So you need, before you do that, you actually need to categorize each and everyone's feedback, which is a hell of a mess for the documenter. So what are we going to do in order to solve all that? We are going to create a whole different UI, a whole different aggregated, let's say, user interface where everything is going to be here. And from here, the members and actually everyone can get some meaningful information out of it. Like I can have my feedbacks here. There's going to be my feedbacks. The list of my feedbacks are going to be listed here. I will be able to know, like in a categorized manner, what I did and my workload and what I offered. So calculating compensations and documentations immediately have less to worry about, less noise. Like immediately you're more effective. The quality goes up because less mistakes are going to happen with that. So here's one of the things it solves. We have the feedback focus here, where you can see what you can see here is we choose the project like Underdog. It could be the next one here, Splitwave. Everything now is more coherent here suddenly. And then you choose which type. Is it UX UI? Is it for documentation? Is it for business strategy? Like what's the feedback you're giving? You have your drafts here and everything is going to appear here on the feedback focus. The documenter is going to be able to extract any info he wants without having to aggregate them first, clear any mistakes, and then proceed into documenting it into a final product, let's say. Here there are going to be the active and the duration of the feedbacks. Like, this is amazing. This is very nice. And of course, we're going to add more. Like I asked personally if we can add some video feedbacks, because sometimes you need to showcase with a feedback that here is the problem. Like if I click here on this list app, it opens this, but suddenly it does this. I need to showcase that. So yeah, this is how it is. This is the dashboard. It's an amazing tool. It's still under construction. And I'm here to announce it. And you heard it first. You heard it first, guys. So. And this is it, guys. So we spoke about the dashboard and the advantages that we bring on our community and the quality increase and everything. On the next video I'm going to show a little bit more. We're going to update the app. We're going to add some more features. I'm going to show you how to actually add feedback, how the categories are going to change. They're going to be more like coherent and resemble on what we actually do. We are going to update it. Until the next video, I wish you the best. Have a great week, and follow Dinsley's DAO on Twitter. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Bye.
How cool is Alex Pertz? Please tell me, guys. The coolest guy of all. So Alex was kind enough to actually release this video with this awesome intro and outro, this awesome like BBC style of captions underneath. The retro kind of disco theme, love it. I love everything about it. What you need to do, and this is feedback on the feedback of the feedback, make a script, so you do not repeat the same words, and you don't do these minor mistakes that you will eventually do if you're freestyling it. So for these videos, I would highly recommend a script. Don't do it like Whale's friend, just opens the camera and starts talking. But thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for actually putting together all the little advantages that the dashboard is going to offer, such as avoiding repetition and making the persons in charge, the person who is going to aggregate all the information into one PDF. His job now is much easier, and the feedback is going to be the feedback form that we are using at the moment is going to be totally obsolete, and everything is going to happen through a user portal. And the end goal is calculating all your rewards and understanding how much you have contributed in each feedback report. And yeah, this is slowly going to be rolling out live. So if you're in Dean's List, make sure to be using that, because it's important to polish it and make it functional and make it perfect. And if there is one team that can provide amazing feedback for dApps, that's us. So yeah, that's it. That's it, lovely friends. That's it. Make sure to stay tuned with Dean's List. Make sure to keep your eyes open in the Solana ecosystem. Lots of teams building, lots of alpha surfacing slowly. And as we said in the beginning, it's the beginning. It's the start of the bull season. NFTs and meme coins are gonna be pumping. Make sure you keep some money on the side in order to buy the real coins that are gonna make a dent on your wallet. Make sure you don't, you're not shaken out. Make sure you wait for a solid trend change before you fat finger anything. And see you next week. Make sure you inform me about any cool coins you find. Make sure you drop me a word on any new happenings or any new teams launching their stuff in Solana or outside Solana. Just DM me. I love you all. Stay awesome.
No one knew how much risk was in that system. Bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions. No one knew how much risk was in that system. Repack